Hello, Jer. Hi. I'd like to show you a bit what I'm up to here. It was not much in the last couple of weeks. I was very absorbed by private life, but still been a bit tinkering and coming back to Unreal 5, preparing for a big project, you could say. And yeah, this is what I'm toying around with here. So this is a little prototype. I'm playing with controller right now. On on the right thumbsticks, I've got the camera control. I've got a camera spring arm here, and yeah, the little cube in the middle is our player character. Um, yeah, so I can turn the camera 360 around him and also zoom out, like almost 15 meters away, or zoom in like, I don't know, 3 meters close. And yeah, that's the right stick. And our left stick here, we drive the little guy. Um, yeah, it's always in the direction where the camera is facing. Um, so it's rather intuitive. It's yeah, input sensitive, so if I push just a little, it drives very slowly, and if we push really hard, we go quite fast. Yeah, so that's quite a granular control. And even when you go very close, you can drive very careful. Uh, yeah, then we got shoulder buttons on the pad. So if I want to see more of the lower level below us here, I can tilt the camera. That's the left shoulder, and tilt it back with the right shoulder. Yeah. And also combine all the stuff. It allows a tilt up to almost 90 degrees, 89, because otherwise you got some torque camera spinning. Yeah, so it's better not to go to full 90. Um, yeah, then you have a little extra is the shadow control. That's the triggers. So our little directional light at the level is very slowly moving per tick. So if you would watch this picture for a minute or so, you would notice that this shadow is moving. You can still see it with the big shadow slowly creeping in. And I can speed up this process with the left trigger and backward with the right trigger. So that's basically rotating the direction of the light around us. Um, yeah, can be handy later for exploration purposes, because the concept as of now is a game in black and white, or maybe in later levels in two colors all the time that are complementary colors, we'll see. Um, and the focus will be on text, like a book, that's placed inside the game world. So code name is BookNext right now. Next, yeah, for the project. And so the idea is that this cube here is later used to make choices for answers, or move dialogue or descriptions forward that are written into the landscape, mostly on the floor, but maybe even on walls or wherever. We'll see. And shadow will cover this text, and so you have to move the shadows to fully read the text or find the text even. Well, that's one idea I got here. Uh, Maybe there are also enemies. I've got the crazy idea to have the enemies on the 2D plane, like the letters here. So like moving letters that creep towards you, and like in Vampire Survivors, for example, battle maybe would be automatic. So you could choose a different weapon, but the firing and aiming and all would be done automatically based on stats. So it would be a very chilled game when it comes to reflexes or such. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Just playing around with ideas. Another thing I've got ready is drive out a little bridge here. Darkness zones. So you can see this large reflective black zone there. Um, yeah, that's for hidden indoor levels, you could say, or darkness zones. It's done in a twofold way. When either the camera enters the dark zone, let's see. Okay, so then the directional light goes off, and at the same time, a rectangular light on the player character is turned on. As the camera leaves the zone, switches back. And same holds true once you enter the zone with the character model itself, it also switches. Yeah, so and now we're in this dark zone. It's creepy then, of course, and exploration mood changes quite a bit. Of course, place more lights in level design if you want to, like point lights or something. And yeah, picking up clues here is another story, because you have to find them with your lights and read them. Here, so all in this black-white geometric aesthetic, which is obviously quick for me to do. Yeah, trying to use this also like in a book where you've not much distraction besides the words and the letters, yeah, and the white of the page. So your mind can do all the heavy lifting. The idea is a bit the same here, not to have too much color or detail, and indeed let the words do more of the descriptive work to get the players yeah, into the world. Yeah, or not, we'll see. So that's what I'm doing here, and just keep our dialogue running. And now I have to look through the GitHub and try to access the first prototype you have going on there, right? With the procedural world building based on the in the style of the jungle demo. Yeah. Yes, thank you for listening, and let's keep in touch. Okay, bye, Jer.